and welcome to a very special occasion for us, and we hope for you too, with the very beginning of sports coverage on Prime Video UK. We're immensely proud to be embarking on this journey with you and the ATP. I'm Ross Dyer. Joining me are Catherine Whitaker, Daniela Hantakova and Greg Brzezinski. So what does it mean? No channel hopping, no ad breaks, just live, uninterrupted coverage of some of the best tennis in the world. Our adventure begins with the Fever Tree Championships from Queen's Club, one of British tennis's most iconic events and venues.
As clay makes way for grass, it's been a week of will they, won't they stories for some of the game's top names. Rafael Nadal and Juan Martín del Potro have sent their apologies, but the five-time record champion RSVP just in time, and he joins an impressive cast. So this is how the top 8 seeds are looking at the Fever Tree Championships at the Queen's Club. The top seed is Marin Cilic, of course, a former champion, as is the second seed Grigor Dimitrov. Kevin Anderson at number 3, David Goffin, who missed the grass court season last year. He was at Paul Querrey, another former champion. Kyle Edmund in there as well, the British number 1. But how about this for a list of unseeded players at the Queen's Club? Nick Kyrgios, of course, the first round opponent of Andy Murray, a 12-time Grand Slam champion, Novak Djokovic, Denis Shapovalov, the most exciting young guy in the game, and of course Andy Murray, who we will talk about plenty. Greg, as ATP 500 tournaments go, fields don't get more stacked than this, do they?
I mean, it's an incredible field. If you look at it, to be seeded, you have to be in the top 20 in the world. Djokovic is not on the list of seeds, which is unbelievable. And we've got the return of Andy Murray against Nick Kyrgios in the opening match, so it doesn't get any better.
And I don't know about you, Daniela, but this is my favourite time of the season, that almost jarring sight of grass for the first time after the orange of the clay. It's so special, isn't it?
It is exciting time for all the players coming off the clay, no more dust, no more dirt on your shoes, and it's just so beautiful to move on the grass, although it is painful because you just gotta bend that much lower, and physically the first few days you're hurting, but you're just super happy to be over in London again, and what an exciting time for all the players.
Well, I touched upon it earlier, somebody who will be incredibly happy to be taking their place on the grass at the Queen's Club is Andy Murray. He announced that he would be participating just half an hour before the draw took place, and I had the chance to chat to him on Saturday. Well, Andy, it's great to have you back after 340 days away. Not that we've been counting or anything, but your decision to play here, the final one, was made just half an hour before the draw. What clinched that decision for you?
We kind of decided with my team the day beforehand, but I just wanted to see how I felt the next morning when I woke up. So I played like practice sets, like back-to-back days, and just kind of wanted to be sure that I didn't wake up the next morning and feel bad, basically. And then I had another practice scheduled just after the draw, so got checked over by my team in the morning, and was feeling pretty good, and that was it.
Here it was the scene of your first ever tour level victory. How significant is it for you that it should be here on this grass that you make your comeback?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's obviously nice. I was hoping that I was going to be able to play a bit sooner. I was planning on playing in Holland last week, but it just came a little bit too soon. But obviously nice for me to play my first match back in 11 months here. Obviously, love it here. Great memories, obviously, from winning the tournament and right back to when I was 18 as well. Seems like a long time ago, but yeah, nice to be back here.
At the start of the year, before you had the hip surgery, you put up a very powerful, thoughtful post on Instagram about how difficult it's been for you to be away from the sport, and how you didn't realise how much you loved the sport until this period. How has your view of the sport changed and your relationship with it?
When you've been away from the sport for 11 months and you realise that it isn't, like in 2016 I thought that winning Grand Slams and being number 1 was the most important thing in my tennis career, whereas now I don't see that. I want that to still be the case. Obviously, love to win Grand Slams and love to get to number one in the world. All tennis players would, but I just want to play tennis. Like, I love playing tennis. I've really missed it a lot. I've missed competing. You know, that's the most important thing. Like, getting back to doing what I love doing. It's not. Sport is about winning and losing, obviously, but it's not just about that. There's more to it. Like, this has been my life since I was, you know, pretty young. I made the decision to play tennis professionally when I was 15 years old, so it's been 15, 16 years of my life, and I've not been able to do that for, you know, play tennis for a year now. So it's been tough, but you know, you look at things a little bit differently, I think, as you get older and go through times like that. So I'm hoping that will help me through the comeback.
I don't want to dwell on the negative for too long, but obviously you said it there and in the post as well. You hinted at how tough it's been mentally as well as physically. How low have the lows been? Are there any particular moments you can recall feeling particularly sad and desperate about it all?
Yeah, I think like that time, like when I was over in Australia, is, you know, around the time when I posted that on Instagram, because you know, it'd been 6 months at that stage where you know, I hadn't played. I'd done, you know, lots of rehab. I've been trying to avoid surgery. I've been doing what had been recommended by my team and, you know, the doctors, and I hadn't got to the point where I was able to compete, and, you know, I was obviously really down at that stage. But then after I had the surgery and decided to have the surgery, you know, it was all about, you know, let's get back on the court, let's do the rehab, let's do whatever it takes to get back out there and, you know, train hard, you know, kept myself in shape the whole time. You know, I had like a week's break after I got back from Australia from the surgery. I went on holiday for a week, but pretty much since then it's been, you know, a lot of hard work, a lot of training, a lot of long, pretty boring days of rehab to get to this stage.
You've become very accustomed to playing under a huge deal of pressure, I guess, internal and external. None of that now. Is there something a little bit liberating about that?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, when I get on the court, I'll know. I still think I'll feel very nervous when I get back out there again, just because, you know, when you get out there, you want to perform and you want to play well. In terms of, you know, my expectations, like they are extremely low. I'm not expecting to win against Kyrgios. I don't think it would be right to think that way after such a long time out. But yeah, obviously I want to be competitive. I don't just want to go out there and sort of roll over and, you know, play badly. Like, I want to try and play well and feel good on the court, but my expectations are pretty low.
Sight for sore eyes, isn't it, to see Andy Murray on a tennis court, let alone a grass court at Queen's, where of course he is a 5-time champion. Daniela, pretty emotional stuff from Andy there. How much can you relate to what he was saying about how his relationship with the sport has changed over the last 11 months?
It was so beautiful to see how much deep he went into himself and how much actually he shared with us, because as a player, I don't know about you, Greg, but you try to kind of protect yourself and not to share too much information, because it just hurts so much not being able to be on the court and do the sport that you love doing. So it was beautiful to see that he was able to share that, and how painful it is for him not to be able to perform at his best. And I just can't wait to see him on the court. Like he said, it's not about winning or losing now, it's just about to be able to compete at the sport that he loves so much.
Yeah, Greg, he was very keen to play down expectations, both external and internal. And I know you think that if he is to get some wins at the Queen's Club this week, it's going to be all about the movement. He hasn't forgotten how to hit tennis balls, has he?
Well, exactly that. It's all about your movement, because if you're a step or half a step late, you're not getting the ball on time. You can't dictate play and do all the things you want to do out there. But I think it's already a victory for Andy Murray competing at this event and playing the first round against Nick Kyrgios. Nick Kyrgios, on the other hand, is in great form. You know, semis last week where he lost to Federer 7-5 in the third set. So from Murray's point of view, as he said, there's no expectation, and that's a good place to be, and we're all happy to see him back. It almost sounds like he's so much into himself right now and thinking, what has happened in my career at the moment, and what do I need to get back, and how much I love this game. So we're all pleased to see him back.
He took every possible moment before deciding to play this week. Does he have to play this tournament at this stage of his comeback?
Oh, most likely, definitely.